I have the privilege of introducing a very special woman. A woman who will be your host today, and she and her team have organized this beautiful event. She is a pioneer and a trailblazer. She is the first Indian American woman to be elected in 238 years in the history of our town as our town clerk.
Let me begin by saying that today we celebrate the women of our town. We celebrate the generations of women who, through their strength of character, their wisdom, their resilience, their creative energy and purpose, have built our town, nation, and they become our heroes. Whether through the passage of the 19th Amendment or the contributions to science, health, law, labor, literature, sports, education, or the arts.
Our Women's Roll of Honor was first established 29 years ago by the late, great supervisor, May Newberger, our first female town supervisor, as a means to celebrate Women's History Month and also honor the extraordinary women of our town. I know I speak on behalf of the entire town board when I say that all of today's honorees serve as inspirations to all of us here in the town of North Hempstead. This morning, we'll be recognizing 18 amazing honorees.
Our first honoree is Mariah Adamo from Roslyn Heights. She has dedicated her life to youth development. She is a mentor. She is involved as a board member of One World Girl in Manhasset that assists young women to become positive change makers in their diverse communities and contributes her time to programs like The Gift of Life, the nonprofit corporation created for the purpose of providing life-saving cardiac surgeries and medical care to children around the world. Our next honoree is Janice Chu from Great Neck. She's a former New York City elementary school teacher. She is the foundation stone of family responsibilities and has been very active in our senior club here in the township, as well as at the Joy Fu Senior Center Club. Her work has included the preparation of hot meals, cultural arts, and crafts projects, and even has written Chinese cookbooks. Dr. Judith Esther Quest, receiving her award, will be Judy Temkin Jacobson. She's actually in Denver at a League of Women Voters annual conference. I'm sure you're all very proud of her activities there and her presentation to a national audience. Prabha Golia, Vice President of Perfume Center of America, a thriving global company that she built, one of the largest state-of-the-art distribution centers in America, employing over 700 people, a recipient of top 2 Asian American Business Awards. Prabha chairs the Jane International Trade Organization Women's Forum on Entrepreneurship and Mentoring. Prabha and her husband, Kanak Golia, were recognized for their extraordinary contributions to the expansion of the Cancer Center at New York NYHQ and awarded its highest honor, the Pacesetter Award. Mary Lou Grady has lived in the town of North Hempstead since 1963 as a retired teacher for St. Aidan's and St. Peter of Alcantara schools and schools in Manhasset, Mineola, and New Hyde Park. She has dedicated her professional and personal life to guiding and enriching the lives of hundreds of students who credit their success to her. Her lifelong motto is, do everything with love. Through the years, she's distinguished herself in many campaigns and has worked for St. Patrick's Day, Wounded Warrior campaigns, Williston Park's Fun Run, honoring her dear friend, Molly Murphy. Arezu Hariri Tulu Hakimian. Arezu enjoys doing a lot of community volunteer work. She has been involved in different capacities in the PTA of Four Sons schools for the last 20 years. Currently, she has served 3 terms at the UMJCA Sisterhood She's a community leader in the Mashhadi Persian community of Great Neck. She is serving her second term as the president of the committee. Arezou has coordinated many different successful events in her hometown, ranging from drug and alcohol prevention programs for the teens to anti-Semitism forums and workshops. Denise Heckelman, whose inspiration for charitable giving was the basis for her Friends Who Give campaign. Denise's concept for this fundraising campaign was to show children and friends the happiness one can gain from giving back to community in more impactful and lasting ways. Personal gratification through good deeds and service. Denise's idea has generated thousands of dollars to support families in need. Thanksgiving drives, meal trains, Hearts for Hannah, Blue Bows, and Hearts to support Homebound during COVID-19.
Diane Venezia Livingston's devotion to her community is reflected in her decades of volunteer work. Numerous nominations from friends and public officials are a testament to her lifetime mission to effectuate positive change and, more recently, to address the pressing human and economic challenges brought on by the global pandemic. At the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, Diane co-led fundraising efforts to feed frontline hospital workers, personally delivering thousands of meals to healthcare heroes. She also arranged to feed each shift of the Port Washington Fire Department ambulance crews for months, an organization that's very near and dear to her heart. She spent countless hours last year as a vaccine hunter, making appointments for those who had trouble navigating the complex system.
Carmen Lloyd has been a resident of Westbury community for over 40 years. A retired New York City administrator, she's dedicated herself to volunteer service in the community and is a recognized leader and important contributor to numerous programs benefiting the community at large. Carmen has worked with the nonprofit organization Literacy Nassau, where she has tutored adults struggling in developing literacy skills in English. In addition, she is on the executive board of the NAACP, Westbury Newcastle chapter. Carmen is a leader with the Advent Cares program of the Episcopal Church of the Advent, serving families struggling with food insufficiencies and organizing holiday food drives. Dr. Tess Ma. Tess is a talented artist, and she shares her passion in arts and music with everyone in her community, schools, senior facilities, cultural events, in the hopes to bring a smile to every face. She also volunteers a lot of her time working with youth and elderly parents struggling with their children as a New York State certified mental health first aid consultant. She was inspired to start volunteering and contributing in her communities after attending a conference about how women, and especially women of color, made amazing differences and worked towards positive changes through different programs in grassroots and community organizations. Our next honoree is Marianne McDermott, a graduate of St. Vincent's Hospital School of Nursing. Marianne has worked at Winthrop Hospital, Adelphi University, and Herrick's Middle School. She has been counted on to administer flu shots to senior citizens and offers her experience, nursing skills, and training to many community health campaigns and advisories. Marianne is a resource to the community, keeping abreast of those issues affecting residents and contributing as a volunteer. Dr. Subhadra Nori is the Regional Medical Director of the Department of Rehabilitation Medicine for Elmhurst and Queens Hospital Centers in New York City. A respected and published author, she has contributed professionally to the American Journal of Cardiology, the American Association of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation, and other prestigious medical journals. The Indo-American Cancer Hospital in Hyderabad, India, was founded by Dr. Nori, who assisted in raising millions of dollars to fund construction, research, and educational costs. Our next honoree is Dr. Cynthia Orellana. Experiencing the struggles of many new Americans, Dr. Orellana overcame the challenges of language, culture, and displacement to successfully pursue her dream of becoming an educator. Dr. Orellana volunteers for the New Beginning Animal Rescue, an organization dedicated to helping homeless, senior, and sick dogs. She is celebrated by county and local government and numerous not-for-profit organizations for excellence in her professional, academic, career, and community work. Dr. Cynthia Orellana is grateful for the support of her husband Davis, her family, and her community. Maria Sina Agostino Palumbo. Sina has served as a catechism teacher at Corpus Christi Church since 2007 and most recently as Eucharistic minister. She is a devoted parishioner of the parish in every way. Her service also extends to the Mineola School District, where she has served on countless committees and parent organizations. During the COVID period, Sina served as a conduit with the community to check on families and to provide virtual connections. We have Moji Pourmoradi. Moji is an instrumental figure in Great Neck Public Schools and civic associations. For 2 decades, she has tirelessly served as PTO president and in the leadership role of the PTO and United Parent Teacher Council of Great Neck. Moji is an advocate for justice causes, empowering youth to stand up against hate and discrimination. Lily Sue. Lily is one of the most valued and active members of our New Hyde Park Senior Club and the Joy Food Chinese Senior Club. As an AARP volunteer, she has participated in food drives for veterans, local pantries, street fairs, informational tables. She is one of the many hands in the Blanket of Love group, crocheting 150 blankets to needy individuals. Her participation in the American Legion is very significant. Nazarene Williams. She has worked on behalf of her church, school, and community to address food insecurity, homelessness, and pressing social issues of families and individuals in need. As chairperson of the United Methodist Church Food Pantry, Nazarene has spent years coordinating the donation, collection, and distribution of food from church members, restaurants, and larger-scale regional organizations, and continues to energize and expand the food pantry to address community needs. Desiree Woodson is not here with us today. I have her brother, James. Her 2 children attended Manhasset High School. Even after their graduation, Desiree served on a teacher's resource committee to help other students. Desiree is the chairperson of the Manhasset Great Neck EOC. She has served as a member of the North Hempstead Housing Authority for the last 5 years. She was given the Freedom Award by the NAACP in 2018 for her activism and service, and she was recently elected 3rd Vice President of the Northshore chapter of the NAACP. All of this for others while struggling through her own health problems. She is a true public servant and role model.
I congratulate you, all the honorees, and welcome you as 2022 inductees of the Women's Roll of Honor.